don't really mind if it's over your head, cause the job of resurrectors is to wake up the dead. So
once again, this is Chocolate Torpedo, and I'm back with a DVD update. This is just a regular DVD update with movies from genres that aren't horror, just a bunch of different genres, anything besides horror. And I'll go ahead and start this off with what the fuck did I just watch? And it's called Sweet Movie. It's a Criterion collection, and I can't really describe it, so I'll just go ahead and read the description on the back. I did watch this, by the way, but words just can't really describe this movie. Pushing his theme to sexual liberation to the boiling point, Yugoslav art house provocateur Dusan Makavejev, I can't say that, followed his international sensation W.R. Mysteries of the Organism with this full-throated shriek in the face of the bourgeois complacency and movie watching. Sweet Movie tackles the limits of personal and political freedom with kaleidoscopic feverishness, shuttling viewers from a gynecological beauty pageant to a grotesque food orgy with scatological taboo-shattering glee. With its lewd abandon and sketch comedy perversity, Sweet Movie became both a cult staple and an exemplar of the envelope pushing of 1970 cinema. And yeah, there's a lot of just randomness in this movie. There's a scene in here that involves a death scene that actually involves a big vat of sugar and a knife and two naked people. There's a dinner scene that's very disturbing. I don't even want to begin to describe that. And people kind of throwing up on each other and peeing at the table and shit. And there's a scene after that involves poop and plates and shit like that. So yeah, this is not for everybody, to say the least. This will probably take a few viewings to actually figure out what's going on. Trying to see if there's any type of commentary. Yeah, I guess some of the interviews will probably shed light on what's going on in this movie, but yeah, very strange movie, hard to watch, especially that dinner scene, but at the same time very interesting to watch. Like I said, it's probably going to take a few more viewings to actually piece together exactly what Makavejev was trying to get across here. Exactly. I mean, aside from what it says on the back here. But yeah, this was a blind buy, so I knew nothing about it beforehand. And next up we have just the blind buy as well. Something weird, double feature, The Defilers and Scum of the Earth. Know nothing about this. This is, guessing this is like exploitation. Looks like one of these was directed by Herschel Gordon Lewis and one was directed by Robert Lee Frost. Looks interesting. Don't know much about it, like I said, but I figured I'd just pick it up. Cover looked pretty cool, and The Defilers is an awesome title, so I figured I'd check it out. Switchblade Sisters is next on the Quentin Tarantino's Rolling Thunder label. His quote on the back says, "There's more action in Switchblade Sisters than Twister." Well, alright. I'm guessing this is like exploitation type deal. I don't know much about it. I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it yet. And it includes a few trailers that look pretty interesting. The Big Birdcage, The Sorceress, The Pit Stop, Spider Baby, which I actually bought recently, The Host, The Swinging Cheerleaders, Coffee and Foxy Brown, which I've heard of. But yeah, as far as this movie, I don't really know too much about it, but seems pretty trashy. we got Happiness. This is a very how do I start with this movie? This is a very graphic movie, but at the same time very funny, just really dark and really unfortunately true in a lot of ways. Yeah, it's just kind of an intertwining of like different people's stories and lives, basically. And some really disturbing shit that goes on here. I mean, it deals with like child rape, murder. This lady in this apartment complex kills, I forget who it was, the doorman, somebody. I'm not gonna say how she does it, but or who it is, but probably gave it away anyway. But and this guy that likes to played by Philip Seymour Hoffman, he likes to rub one out, and yeah, I don't really want to talk about that. But there's a scene at the end that's very disturbing, but at the same time I could not stop laughing. It was very funny. It's like one of those things you're laughing at and you wonder why you're laughing at it. You know, you think, why? I shouldn't be laughing at this. But it involves a boy, a dog, a balcony, and a chick in a bathing suit. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I mean, if you're squeamish or if you get offended easily, I wouldn't recommend this film. But if you want to see something different and something that's true, unfortunately, on a lot of levels, then definitely check this out. And this one was one I picked up after hearing about it on Country Trash's video, and I had vaguely heard about it before that, but I never gave it much attention. And it's the Last American Virgin. This is like an 80s teen comedy, and it was very good. It started off kind of like your standard teen comedies, or like the raunchy type comedies like Porky's and stuff like that. Very funny towards the beginning and the middle of the movie, but then it kind of turns into like a more of a drama comedy type deal. And the ending just kind of really threw me for a loop. It's one of the most depressing endings, especially for this type of movie that I've seen, and I hope I'm not giving too much away, but I probably did, but oh well. Yeah, it just really threw me for a loop, and this is probably the best movie to describe, or the best movie to illustrate the whole nice guys finish last cliche. Pretty much gets it to a T. And unfortunately, I can kind of relate to this movie, but this is definitely one that people should check out, and one that not a lot of people talk about when they talk about 80s comedies. But definitely check that one out. Next up, we got the Blu-ray Criterion edition of Bottle Rocket. I believe this is Wes Anderson's first film. Wes Anderson's the guy that did the Darjeeling Limited, Royal Tenenbaums, Rushmore, films like that. Let's see, it actually got 30% off, so it wasn't $39.99, about 30 and change. But yeah, I remember seeing this once a while ago, so can't really go into too much detail on the story because I don't remember much of it, but I remember liking it. It's got that same feel that his other films have. There's that quirky feeling to him, just kind of an upbeat feel. But excuse me. Yeah, I would highly recommend this one. Not his best movie, I don't think, but definitely one you should check out. And I figured it would be my first Blu-ray Criterion, since I kind of liked it so much, so I figured I'd pick that up. And then we have the Takashi Miike film. He's the one that did Audition, I believe. And this is The Happiness of the Katakuri. This is like a horror comedy. I guess I could put this in horror. It's more of a musical horror comedy hybrid type deal. Yeah, he also did E.G. the Killer, which I haven't seen yet. But it's just like a musical, just a crazy musical horror comedy, and it's kind of a mix of live action and claymation. It's about this family that live out kind of in the middle of nowhere, and they have this hotel, and everybody that stays there ends up dying, and it just gets really weird. Very strange. They just bust out singing in the weirdest spots. I know it's a musical, but still, even for that, it just seems really awkward, but really funny and really just offbeat. And I'm approaching the time limit here for this video, so I'll go ahead and stop it there and see you on the next update.